For 8 years, the boy touched his ear. Every doctor said the same thing. Nothing we can do. Oliver Hart, billionaire, father, widower, spent millions, crossed oceans, begged specialists to look again. Every hospital, every expert, same cold verdict. His deafness is permanent. Accept it. But Oliver couldn't accept it. Because his son Shaw was the last piece of his wife he had left. What Oliver didn't know. The answer wasn't in Switzerland. Not in Tokyo. It was walking through his front door wearing a maid's uniform. The Hart estate covered 40 acres of quiet Connecticut land. Tall columns, polished windows, perfect gardens. But inside, a silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. Servants tiptoed through hallways. No music. No laughter. Nothing. Oliver spent evenings in his study, staring at a portrait him. His wife Catherine and baby Shaw. Catherine died giving birth. Shaw was born deaf. Guilt lived on Oliver's shoulders like a permanent shadow, so he did the only thing he knew. He paid. Hospitals, private jets, cutting-edge treatments. Each time, irreversible, congenital. There's nothing we can do, Mr. Hart, but someone could do something. Someone no one saw coming. Her name was Victoria Deere, 27, from Newark. No degree, no medical background. Just a granddaughter trying to pay her grandmother's nursing home bills before they kicked her out. When she arrived, the head housekeeper warned her, "Stay quiet. Do your work. Don't interact with the boy." Victoria agreed until she saw him. Shaw, 8 years old, sitting alone, lining up toy cars. Touching his right ear again and again, flinching every time. Victoria recognized that look. Her cousin Marcus had the same expression before doctors discovered a hidden obstruction in his ear. But she said nothing. Just watched. And prayed. Days passed. The mansion stayed silent. Shaw stayed alone. One afternoon, Victoria helped him fix a model airplane wing he couldn't attach. He looked up and gave her the smallest smile she'd ever seen. The next morning, she left a paper bird for him. The following day, it was gone. In its place, a note in shaky handwriting. "Thank you." Their secret friendship grew. Tiny drawings. Simple signs. Warm moments in a cold house. But she also noticed the pain. The way he pressed on that ear. The way he winced, quietly, privately. Like he was used to hurting. And no one else saw. One evening, the housekeeper stopped her. "Do not get close to him. You're here to clean, not to fix what can't be fixed." Victoria stayed silent. But her heart argued back. What if it could be fixed? One cold morning, Victoria heard a muffled cry from the garden. She ran. Shaw sat on a stone bench, both hands pressed to his ear, tears spilling silently. She knelt beside him. "Can I look?" She signed. He hesitated, but trusted her. She tilted his head into the light. Her breath froze. A dark, dense mass, deep in the ear canal, larger than she'd ever seen. Large enough to block AL sound. Every doctor missed this. Every scan ignored it. Victoria felt sick. She signed to him. "We need to tell your father." Shaw panicked. "No doctors. They hurt me. Always hurt me." That moment broke her. She promised she wouldn't hurt him. He believed her. That night, she lay awake, torn, terrified. One mistake could injure him. But doing nothing meant leaving him in pain. She prayed, "Lord, guide me." A peace settled in her chest. A quiet answer. 3 days later, it happened again. A loud thump. A cry. Shaw lay on the hallway floor, curled in agony. Victoria knelt, heart pounding. This was the moment she'd been dreading. She took a pair of sterilized tweezers from her pocket. Ones she'd hidden days earlier, just in case. Her hands shook, uncontrollably. She whispered, "God, Guide my hands." Shaw nodded at her, trusting completely. Slowly, carefully, she reached in. She touched the mass sticky solid. Pulled once. Resistance. Pulled again. And then the blockage slid out. 8 years of trapped debris sitting in her shaking palm. Before she could react, Shaw gasped. "A real sound? Real air?" He sat up, eyes wide. His gaze shot to the ticking grandfather clock across the hallway. Tick. He whispered. Victoria burst into tears. Then he tried another sound. Rough, fragile. Dad. It was the first word he had ever spoken. Oliver appeared in the hallway. He saw blood. Tweezers, his son, on the floor. "What have you done?" He grabbed Shaw, shouted. Panicked, Shaw flinched from the loudness. A sound he'd never heard. Then he spoke again. "Dad." "I can hear you." Oliver froze. The world froze, but fear took over. "Security. Take her now." Shaw screamed. "No. Don't take her." His crying filled the mansion, the first time his father ever heard. His son cry, but Victoria was already dragged away at the hospital. Doctors ran tests. A surgeon sat with Oliver, face grim. He slid an old scan forward. A red circle marked a note from 3 years ago. Obstruction detected. Removal recommended. Oliver's heart stopped. "You saw this?" "The previous specialist did." "Then why didn't anyone remove it?" The doctor hesitated. "Then your son was placed on a long-term treatment plan. A very profitable one." Oliver's world shattered. They kept his son deaf to keep the money flowing, and the only person who actually helped was the maid he had ordered thrown out. Oliver walked out, silently, broken, ashamed. Change stopped. Victoria sat alone in the security room. Not praying for herself, but for Shaw. The door opened. Oliver stood there, not angry, not proud, not billionaire Oliver Hart. Just a father. He sank to his knees. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I trusted the wrong people. I looked everywhere, except at my own child." Victoria's eyes filled. "I only did what I would want someone to do for my family," she said softly. "No," Oliver said shakily. "You did what no one else was willing to do. You paid attention. You loved him." When they entered Shaw's hospital room, he was wearing headphones. Listening to music for the first time in his life, he ran to Victoria. Hugged her tightly. "Thank you," he whispered. She held his cheeks gently. "You were always worth hearing, baby." Shaw turned to his father. "Dad, I can hear your heart. It's beating fast." Oliver broke. He pulled his son into his arms and sobbed, and Shaw heard every tear fall. For the first time in 8 years, the Hart Mansion wasn't silent. It was alive with sound, with healing, with a miracle that came not from money or medicine, but from a woman with nothing, except a willing heart.